Have you ever felt like you're losing battles that no one else can see? As if the modern world is pulling you in all directions, stealing your focus, your discipline, your instincts? What if you could channel the mind of warriors who face death with calm, clarity, and purpose? This isn't fantasy. It's about mastering yourself in the midst of chaos. It's about becoming the man who doesn't just survive pressure, but commands it. In this video, you'll discover ancient principles used by samurais, generals, and Stoic philosophers to forge an unshakable mind. The warrior's mind is not a myth. It's a method, a path to mental strength, strategic thinking, and absolute control. If you're ready to stop reacting and start dominating your life with calculated power, stay with me. Because by the end, you won't just think like a warrior, you'll become one. We live in what seems like a silent chaos. A labyrinth of constant stimuli, where every notification steals your attention, every criticism shakes your confidence, and every problem turns into an emotional drama. We wake up already tired. We work without purpose. We go to bed anxious about what we haven't done. There's no declared war, but destruction is everywhere. You try to focus, but your attention slips away. You try to be strong, but the smallest criticism knocks you down. The problem isn't out there. The enemy is within. And it's been winning. But it doesn't have to be like this. There's another path, a nearly forgotten path that shaped kings, samurais, strategists, and philosophers. A path that is still available to you. And it all starts by remembering that you weren't born fragile. You just forgot who you were. The warrior archetype is more than just a cinematic image. It's a code, a way of operating in the world with clarity, coldness, and intent. Think of figures like Marcus Aurelius, leading an empire and writing meditations on self-control in the midst of war, or Miyamoto Musashi, dueling for his life with absolute calm. Or Sun Tzu, who said the best victory is the one won before the battle even begins. These men lived under real pressure, but they mastered the environment by mastering themselves. The warrior's mind doesn't react impulsively. It observes, processes, chooses. It's not driven by fear, but by strategy. And the most powerful thing about it? This mind already lives within you. It just needs to be awakened, forged, trained. And there are three principles that build this new way of living: wisdom, discipline, and strategic presence. Stoic wisdom is the first pillar, because it's no use having strength if you don't know where to apply it. The Stoics taught that everything in life is divided into two fields: what is under your control and what is not. That's it. Two paths. Most people live trying to control the uncontrollable. The thoughts of others, what's already happened, what hasn't even arrived. Result? Anxiety, frustration, anger. But the warrior understands. The real battlefield is internal. He doesn't try to change what's beyond his reach. He masters the only thing that will always be his response. In the face of criticism, he doesn't explode. He breathes. In the face of loss, he doesn't despair. He accepts, not as weakness, but as focus. Because he knows that the energy he doesn't waste is the same energy he will use to win. As Epictetus said, it's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them. The warrior changes the opinion, and with that, changes the reality. But wisdom without discipline is just theory. The second pillar of the warrior's mind is discipline. And here, we're not just talking about waking up early or following a routine. We're talking about the ability to do what needs to be done, even when there's no motivation, even when no one is watching. The warrior trains every day because he understands that the real war could start at any moment. And he won't be ready if he depends on inspiration. He will be forged in repetition, in pain, in silent effort. He doesn't seek applause, he seeks mastery. While the world seeks comfort, he seeks preparation, because he knows that daily discomfort builds mental resilience. Every repetition in training, every hard choice, every temptation resisted is another layer of steel in the mind. And the mind, when disciplined, doesn't give in. It doesn't bend. It leads. Now the third pillar, strategic presence. The warrior doesn't get lost in 1,000 thoughts. He's not a prisoner of the past, nor anxious about the future. He's here, fully, present. And in this presence, he observes. He notices patterns. He sees what others miss. It's like a general on top of a mountain, seeing the whole field while the soldiers fight on the ground. He acts with calculation, with intent. Inspired by the art of war, he understands that every move must be precise, that every word is a weapon, that every decision carries a price. And because of that, he doesn't rush, he doesn't react, he waits. And when he moves, no one can stop him, because he doesn't depend on luck. He depends on strategy. And time is always on the side of those who act with awareness. To show how this works in practice, imagine two stories. On one side, a modern young man. He wakes up late, his phone vibrates with demands, criticisms, and messages. He gets frustrated in traffic, stressed at work, drowning in distractions. By the end of the day, he feels like he's made no progress. On the other side, a samurai. He wakes up before the sun, meditates, trains with precision, eats calmly, prepares for battle. Both live in different realities, but face the same ghosts: fear, doubt, pressure. The difference? The samurai doesn't react. He responds. He lives every moment with presence. He doesn't move impulsively. He chooses every step as if it were his last. And now imagine, what if the young man started to act like this? Slowly, he begins to apply the 3 pillars. In the face of a problem, he observes. In the face of temptation, he resists. In the face of chaos, he stays calm. And in the end, it's not about conquering the world. It's about conquering himself. We've come to the end of this journey, but in truth, it's just beginning. The world won't stop. The challenges won't disappear. The criticisms, the pressures, the chaos, they will continue. But now, you know there's another way to live. You can keep reacting like everyone else, or you can start acting like a warrior. Calm in the middle of the crisis, focused even under pressure, unshaken when everything around is in ruins. The warrior's mind isn't born ready, it's forged, and the fire that shapes it is life itself. With every choice, every morning, every renunciation, you can build your strongest version. If this message spoke to you, subscribe, because this channel is your training ground. And this was just the first battle.